Yeah, as Dan said, Glenn Stansbury, National Channel Manager for Peerless Network. Joined about 6 weeks ago. Peerless has 20 plus million phone numbers, 9 billion minutes throughout the US, right? We have our own network that we support. The good thing about our network, when we put people on the network, is the control that we give to them within our portal. The customer has the ability to go into our portal. They can go and spin up the IDs. They can forward calls. They can do a lot of different functionalities within the portal. 98% of US coverage. Here's our products and services, and I know IP phone, right? We kind of all chew on the same dirt, right? We do a great job in SIP. We cut our teeth really in SIP, toll-free, because of the network that we have. We offer basically the long distance. We have internet connectivity. And the good thing about us, right, is the portal that we have. So as an agent, we give you access to our portal. You can go in if you want to and spin up your own quotes. You can go in, pull your own quotes, look at the different carriers for each location based on the products and services that you're looking for. And from there, you don't have to wait for somebody to get back to you. If you work with me, I get back to you very quickly because I'm all about making money, right? Which is why we're all here. So I go in, I can quote, I can turn a quote around in a couple of minutes, depending on the complexity, etc. So Peerless, as many of you may know, acquired Call One going back a little bit, which had two different networks. We have finally been able to integrate the two networks together, so Peerless and the Call One network really sit now as one. But it's even going to get better in that Peerless has just been acquired by a company called Infobip. Infobip is the world's largest CPaaS provider, so Communication Platform as a Service. Another acronym, I know, great, right? We got all these acronyms out there, but that's CPaaS. We basically, as it says here, conversational experiences that build connections. So what we're not only giving you, which we'll talk about in a minute, the ability to reach out and for your customers to connect to their customers, but we're now allowing the customer of your customer to choose how they want to be spoken to. What vehicle or how do they want to be engaged? So a little bit about Infobip. 70 plus offices around the globe, over 3,500 employees, 10,000 B2B customers plus. We do 24 billion interactions a month, right? So that whether that's a phone call, an SMS, an MMS, etc. So I mean, we are the 800-pound gorilla. There is nobody bigger or better than us in the entire globe. And I know that's a big statement, but the Cinches of the world try to do it. The Twilios try to do it. They actually run a lot of traffic and everything through us. Many of you, if you use the Uber app, the Uber interactions, the Uber telephones, that's all us, the number masking, etc. So what does that mean? When we talk about the communication evolution, right, we started back in the early 90s. I don't know how familiar you are, but this is the world I came from, the SMS industry. Right? It was always the year of SMS. This is going to be the year of SMS. The year of SMS came and went, right? We've moved on, we've evolved. We're now to the age of the omni-channel, right? The different paths, a way to communicate to people. The age of conversational interfaces, the age of AI. Within the Infobip portal and within the Infobip platform, we actually have true AI. It is actual learning AI that will start the learnings of the customer or the engagement and start to figure out and provide real-time responses, right? All automated responses. So doing all of this is kind of complex, right? To do all of this, we've got to have different providers right now. Previously, I should say, you had to have different providers, different stakeholders within an organization. You had to have all these different things going on, internal stakeholders, different customer channels, security setups, etc. What we're giving them and you the ability to do is we can simplify all of that. And again, we now give you the ability to talk to your customer, to your customer's customers on a much personal level, right? We get into this. We talk about SMS, MMS, email, RCS, voice, video, mobile in-app messaging, web push notifications, live chat, chat app, social media. To do all of this, in the past, you used to have 5 different providers. You don't need 5 different providers anymore. We have all of this contained in our one platform. The other piece of our platform is we have a developer side to the platform. I was on a call the other day with an agent who's in the room. I won't say his name, Tim. And the gentleman is developing a incredible AI platform that is really going to be a game changer. I think it is, right? It's really like a personal assistant on your phone that all you have to do is you can basically just say, call Eric, call Dan, call Jen, call Jose, call Bo, and it automatically pulls the whole call together and links it all together and the calls go out, right? Kind of some crazy stuff that it's doing. He has the ability, because we have a developer interface, to just tie into our platform. He doesn't have to go out and build the in-app push notifications. He doesn't have to go out and build the connectivity for voice, because through our developer portal, he can just plug into it and off he goes, right? So it's quicker to market. It's a lot cheaper to get to market. And there's not much proof of concept that he has to do because we've already done it all. So here's, this basically shows under our web interface, which the beauty of our web interface is even if your systems go down through the web interface, no matter where you are, you can still engage your customers. So if your customers had a catastrophic outage, as long as they can get to the internet, whether that's a different home location internet, whatever it is, they can use the portal and engage and get in touch with their customers. So here's all the different ways, right, that we communicate with customers. Email, live chat, SMS, RCS. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Google Play, of course, calls, video, voice. Chat apps, WhatsApp, Viber, Facebook Messenger, you can read them all. These are choices now that people want to communicate. Dan may not. I mean, Dan is a big Twitter user. I don't know if many of you know that. Dan tweets nonstop. It's incredible. In the middle of the night, our phones are blowing up. It's Dan tweeting about something, the All-Star game. Who knows? Jen does WhatsApp, etc. And then Eric is a traditional voice person. Within the platform, you build a profile. Your user has a profile within, and it says, okay, send Dan the Twitter the notification about whatever that is. Send Jen the WhatsApp notification. It really is the first platform that allows true individualized conversations. It's global. We have over 700 connections across the world. We are tied into almost every cellular provider in the world as well that allows for the messaging piece and that. If you think about some of your customers, a lot of folks when I present this sit there and say, well, wait, this is, my guy's a single rooftop. My guy is a single practitioner, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. It scales down to the single practitioner all the way up to your Fortune 100s, right? We're leveraged by most of the Fortune 100s run through us, what they're doing as far as messaging engagements, right? Text enabling of DIDs, etc. But as we're seeing the evolution of all of this spot here, the chat apps is where more people are spending their time these days. They're starting to communicate. That younger generation is all starting to bubble up, right? It's no longer picking up the phone, dialing for dollars. How do we reach them? And because we already have that connectivity to every one of these social apps, chat apps, etc., it's a very simple operation to do. I don't know what that thing is. Yeah, so the platform is going to help your customer acquire customers, upsell, promotional messaging, marketing calls. We tie it into an IVR, etc. We have the HR bots. And these are pieces where we build these bot flows that at any point in time they can break away and actually talk to a live person, right? So it also streamlines communications. It makes offices more efficient because that person that's sitting in an office all day long calling to say, hey, are you coming to your appointment tomorrow, right? They don't have to do that anymore. They can reach out through an SMS. Odds are they're going to get a response because it's an SMS. Barnes Jewish Hospital in New York was one of my customers. We saved them $50,000 a month just by doing appointment reminders. So we had the ability, because you would send out that message and say, hey, are you going to make your appointment tomorrow? The person would reply, yes, great. Reply, no, we can backfill that appointment. So with that, there was no missed appointments. We saved them a bunch of money. So this tool that we have does your traditional voice. It absolutely, right? It sits also within the Peerless network for SIP trunking, etc. But now we can start to layer in all these other services and offer these services for customer engagement. Activate customers, your two-factor authentication, your password resets, all those things that offices do. Again, we get into the self-serve support with chatbots, service delivery notifications. I use the example again where we had a serviceman coming out. You send in a picture of what the tree you need to be trimmed. He knows what equipment needs to come. You start to streamline their business. You start saving revenue dollars. You're adding to their bottom line. So I'm not going to, I don't have a ton. I like to keep it short. I know everybody's eating, but any questions?
Hey Glenn, give us some examples of how that SMS would work for some customers in here. Would you mind talking about some applications that real world stuff?
So if you look at the SMS part of it sits in two different worlds. You have operational side and you have a marketing side, right? A marketing is Macy's men's white sale today. Come in 35% off, right? So they do this blast out to their database. An operational message is like I was talking about. Your doctor's office, appointment reminders, your cable codes, hey, you have a technician coming today. Not only can the cable co send you the appointment reminder, but they can send you a picture of the actual technician coming to your home to do the work. But the flip side of it, you call customer service, and I'm using cable codes as an example, and you have the ability to take a picture of the back of how you did your set-top box. You send that into a customer service rep. They see it in the platform. They come back and say, your blue wire should be switched with your yellow wire, whatever that is, right? So it's a better customer experience. You're giving people, a much more information in the manner of which we all are. I mean, we're all sitting here eating. Our cell phones are sitting right next to us. Most of us aren't going to get up to go answer a call, right? But we'll respond to a text. We'll look at an email. 90-something percent, 97% of all text messages are read within the first 15 seconds. There's not one other medium out there today that has a response rate of that. You talk about automotive dealerships. I think for automotive dealerships, this product, they've got a car up on the lift. They notice that the car was in for a tune-up. They notice you need brakes. They send you a text, hey, you need brakes on the car. The cost is $625. Do you approve? Yes. Then you get there to go pick it up. They say, well, I didn't approve that. Well, yeah, you did. Here's your response. It's time and date stamped. So you have a record of everything that goes on. For HR usage, employee shift coverage. The uses are endless to what this can do. And it's as simple as a text message, right? But again, you're going to have the customers that still want voice. You're going to have the customers that want to now through all these social live apps. So, it's endless. And listen, I'd be happy to talk to any of your customers. We've got a very deep team of experts, of developers, SEs. I'm just learning more and more about the breadth of the team that we have. But I'm happy to get on a call, happy to set something up, take you a demo, take you through the platform, whatever you need. And also happy to take your SIP business, a long distance business, and data connectivity also. So thank you.
All right, good stuff.